Hello, I'm Gail Whitaker, and this is a County News Minute. I'm here at the Mariners Museum in Newport News for a very special project. An 18th century cannon that was raised from the York River in the 1930s is here being digitally preserved. Let's go inside and take a look.
This fine cannon 6-pounder is one of many guns that were dumped into the York River at the orders of General Lord Cornwallis during the siege of Yorktown. And there it sat for many years until it was recovered by a joint effort between the National Park Service and the museum in the 1930s. It was decided that we would take one of the guns in the mid-2000s and put it on the York River as an homage to the connection to history. Like many objects that go outside, it was painted, but what happens over time, paint coatings fail, especially in the elements. The gun then had to come back to the museum for conservation. And it's a pretty extensive process. The conservation treatment required removing the old paint coating, of which we're now using a new technology using dry ice cleaning to remove that old paint coating to expose the original surface. And so we don't want to turn around, go through this multi-year process to then put the original artifact back out on the river. And so that sort of left a conundrum. How do we make that connection to history without having an artifact down there? And so what we're going to do is we're going to use 3D technology to basically scan the gun to make a digital model of this cannon.
This scanner takes and picks up kind of like a picture of this cannon. So as you move it across, it's a line scanner. It actually will pick up this cannon within thousandths of an inch accuracy. And so you get an idea of exactly how this thing looks at the time where you're taking the measurement. Something like this will probably take a few hours because we want to make sure we go over it very frequently just so we get all the data they need so that we can make a good mesh, give them a good deliverable file so they're able to actually take that and use it for whatever they want to do with it.
From that digital model, we'll take that information from that scan and that'll get translated not to a 3D printer, but to a 3D router.
You can get down to within a thousandth of an inch, so basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be scanning the system basically in this type of manner, and so we just make multiple passes over the cannon itself.
We'll take that, embed it into a mold, and then cast a copy in gray iron out of the same material the gun is to make an accurate copy. And so that copy will then go down onto the York River on display.
When we're scanning, you'll be able to see the data coming in real time. Also, the software we use actually meshes the data as well, so it's processing the data as we're scanning it.
The artifact becomes a pathway to tell stories, and that's why we conserve them, and that's why you have museums, because it's really a way of telling the stories of the people and the time period.
This is awesome because my wife and I love like Colonial Williamsburg and like Yorktown, so we like go all over to those places and stuff, so it's really cool to be part of this project because it's kind of close to our heart in a way, you know?
The replica is scheduled to be placed at the York River waterfront sometime later this year. I'm Gail Whitaker, and this has been a County News Minute.